Now, in the building construction ecosystem, you have at the apex, on site, building site, you have the builder. Then you have the building technologist next to the builder. Then you have the technicians. Then you have the artisans. Now, all these people are those that manage the site from the day there is clearing of site to the day there is handover of a completed building to the owner. Now, we have discovered that Nigeria focused on developing the top echelon, and the lower echelon, which is the technician and the artisans, were not by policy encouraged to grow. And CORBON is the Sector Skills Council of Building Construction. So every artisan that is operating on the building site is regulated by CORBON as the Sector Skills Council. And that is why we piqued interest. It might interest you to know that the number of artisans Nigeria require now, we have less than 5%.
Oh, no wonder why people go to Togo, Cameroon to bring Tyler.
Yes.
How do we bridge this gap?
So, the only way to bridge this gap is to go into massive training of artisans.
I think that's why we interest the new minister.
It doesn't take a lot to have to train people that we need to be competent artisans. The word we use there is competency. In the formal sector, you say a pass exam, but in the informal sector, it is when you are competent. And we have levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you, under the NSQF, 6, 7, up to level 11 now. And level 11 is supposed to be the highest. And that's equivalent to somebody who has a PhD in the formal sector. Okay? So, CORBON has developed what we call the National Occupational Standard for 6 trades in the building construction.
What are the trades?
Carpentry, masonry, yes, electrical installation, welding, painting, which is tiling. That's number 6. So these are the 6 trades. But we are also presently developing scaffolding and formwork. All these are areas that people are being trained, and then we now have this National Occupational Standards. So wherever you are, in whatever location you are, once you have this NOS, you are able to train your apprentice. And then we have what we call assessors. They will come and assess. If that person is competent, we will license him. And that is the way to go. Now, to arrest the immediate situation, like I said, nationwide, we need to produce within the next 1 year 900,000.
900,000.
900,000
of artisans.
Artisans. And that will mean that by the time you take 100,000, spread it over a state. You understand? By the time you spread 900,000 all over the 36 states, but of course, you know, the level of economic activity and construction differs. Yeah. So there will be a weighting system, but it will affect the entire country.
How do you train those who cannot read and write?
We don't need to read and write.
Okay.
What we want is skill. Okay? So the moment you can identify, in fact, there was a program that we collaborated and ran in the northern part of this country in Hausa language. So you don't need English. You can take your tape, you can identify the measurement even in your language. So 1 is 1, 2 is 2.
Can we know in different languages?
Of course. What we are assessing and what we want on site is skill. So if you can identify the drawing and you can translate it physically,